Hi, I'm Allie from Allie Katz Crafts. I'm here to give you a tutorial on how to make this card from the sunrise sailing that my friend Lori gave me. This is what it looks like. This is what the side looks like. And when it stands up, you can see how it has a nice 3D effect. I don't know if you can see it on there, but in person it's even prettier than what you see on video. So this is the card. And like I said, this is what the side looks like. And of course, a decorated envelope too. The things that you will need to make this card: sunrise sailing stamp set. Today you'll be using the dies, which are right here, to make your card. And you'll use one of the stamps. You deserve the very best, okay? You also will be using this particular stamp. You're going to use a boat out of it, okay? The other items you will need is an envelope from an old paper pumpkin one. And I think this was a winter one. I don't remember what it was. And I will show you how to cut that. You will need 2 pieces of white cardstock, thick, heavy cardstock. This is your base panel. And if you look over here, I have all the measurements here. It's going to be a 4x7. No, 4x11. Sorry about that. That's the base, the bottom part. I got this backwards. The white piece, that's the 4x7. This piece right here is the longer one, which is 4 1/4 by 7. Okay? So just to let you know, it's 4x11 and 4 1/2 by 7. Okay? I was talking a little fast. My tongue got twisted. And of course the envelopes. You will need to die cut some water. Enough for the 2 sections. And you notice I put 1, 2, 3 layers there. And this one I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different layers. You're going to layer them. You will also need to cut out some clouds. A small one and a big one. You will cut out your sailboat sails and the bottom piece and do 2 sizes. Actually, 3 altogether, because you'll need 1 for the back. Okay? When you cut this, you want to put 2 layers of black paper and glue it and cut it again, because we're going to glue this together like that in a few minutes, okay? And that gives it a little bit thicker. So if you look at this card really big, really close to it's like a little bit of, looks like there's dimensionals, but it isn't. It's just the card stock layered several times. Oh, here's the other third boat. Okay, so those are the pieces you're going to need. You will also need ink, cloud cover, boho blue, and secret sea. You will need this paper cutter. It's easier for cutting the envelopes apart. And you'll need your Stampin' Up! Paper cutter or something that does scoring. If you don't have that, there's a scoreboard that you can get too. Okay? So the first step that I like to do is I will start by getting my scoreboard out, and I'll look at my instructions. Okay, the 4x7, you need to score it at 2 1/2, 5, and 6. So you're going to put that in here just like this, and move that one out of the way because that's the cutting blade. And you're going to go 2 1/2. Do it a few times. 5 inches, you're going to move it down to the 5-inch mark. And you're going to score there. And then you're going to go down to the 6-inch, which is right at the very end. And you're going to score that. The next one, because it's a longer piece, you need to extend your arm out a little bit. And looking at my instructions, I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. And just put it in like that. I usually hold it on this side so I can get it to go down. And do a 1/2 inch. Okay? The next one is 5 1/2. So we're going to go down to the 5 1/2. And score that. And then you're going to go down to the 10.5. I was making sure I was reading that right, and I do remember. Okay, so that's the only scoring that you'll need. Next step, you get your bone folder. Now, if you look at this card, notice how it gets glued right here. So you want this to look like this. So you're going to score it this direction. So that's valley, and then you're going to do a mountain right here in the middle. And then you're going to do this direction. So in the end, you'll have it look like this. I will show you. So how it should look when you do it, see how those two are scored the same way? Now that one's up. So that's the top piece, okay? And you're going to burnish all these guys up. So if you go this way, and then this way, so valley, mountain, and then mountain again. Okay? So how this is going to be put together is, it'll be like, oops, sorry, I need to go that direction. Okay, so it's going to look like this. So when you get ready to glue this down, you're going to put this in here, you're going to glue that tab there, you're going to put that right there and glue it right there, and that's how you get your fold. So now that we have that done, we're going to do the next step. So you're going to take your envelope. So this was what it looked like. I took this and I cut off the sides, and it opens up to look like this. So you want your envelope to be 4 7/8 long. And you want it 3 7/8. So I kind of wrote it there so you could see. So how do you attempt that? That's the key. That's the question. It's not that hard. So what I did was I folded it in half. And I just put those markings on there just to have it. But, well, actually, the first thing I did was I marked it up here. So I wanted to go to this. So if you look at this really close, I don't know if you can see that. So I want to do the first cut line. I want to go to the end and cut it across there. So this side, because you already cut this, you know it's straight. So you're going to put it in here like this. You're going to match it up to where it just barely starts to do the curve. And you're going to cut it off. So now it's straight. So the next step, you want to go 4 7/8 inches. So now you're going to turn it around. Go 4 7/8. So that's 2 lines before the 5. Okay. And then you want to have it at 3 7/8 wide. So you're going to grab it and do this here. Go 3 7/8 right before the 4-inch. And cut. So let's see where it goes. So here's our card. This is the thing that's going to go on. So it's going to fit right there. See how it's perfect? So we'll set that aside. Now, on this one, you'll notice, see how it has like a little bit of blue showing right here? I didn't like the white showing. So what I did was I had this little piece right here. I took, and you notice how I cut just a little strip, because you don't have to go across. If you want to go across, you could take this paper and go across. But if you notice, see the waves? We want to make that look like the waves. So how we do that, the measurement for that, which I do need my other cutter because it's smaller measurements. It's hard to do small ones in that one. So I will take this, and the measurement for that, and I'll show you, is 3/4 of an inch by 2 5/8. So we'll go 2 5/8 first. And let's see, 2 4/8, 5/8. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4/8 is a half, and then right after that is 5/8. Okay, you're gonna cut that in half, or at that spot, and then you just kind of. So now you have left almost a 2-inch piece. So you just go about that, almost like one mark before the 1 inch. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be hidden. You're just kind of you're going to take and put it back there so that you see the prettiness right back there. That's all you're doing that for. Okay, so that's all the cutting you'll need to do right now. So let's start putting it together. We'll start with this piece right here. And I'll go in a little bit so you can see better. Go in there. And you're going to glue down this front piece first. Like so. Get nice even sides. Press it down really good. And I put this at the bottom, but don't worry. The reason I did that is because, see right down here, all those other things are going to cover up, so it doesn't matter. So then I'm going to grab, now that that's done, because that's all set and ready to go, I'm going to grab this piece, and you'll notice that it goes like this, see? So now we want to cover up these little edges right here. While it's flat, it's easier to do. So we're going to put some glue right here. And if it's a little bit longer, it's okay, because you can always trim it off. It's hidden to where you won't notice that, if that makes sense. So mine is just a little bit longer than I wanted. Very simple, you just do this. Get your scissors or your snips, whichever you have, and just trim it off. Okay. So that's done, and this is done, okay? Next step, to make it easier, I glued mine in first. I decided that what we could do is we could create the water on here and on here first. So the way we do that is we get our pieces of paper out. Let me double check where I am. Make sure I'm in camera. I'll rearrange my tape so I figured if I put like some washi tape there, that will tell me when I'm not in camera. Kind of helps. Okay, so now you have all your little pieces that you cut out. I had it arranged just right. So I cut out these ones for the front. So we're gonna fold this down, you know, so it's out of the way, because remember, that's the spot. You're gonna take your glue, whatever color you want to go first. It's really up to you. I like the darker one, so what I did was I took and I put some glue down here, because you're creating the ocean. I'm going to do this part first. Sorry about that. I told you the other one first. So then I put that right there. So then I had a lighter blue. So you're going to take this lighter one. Actually, I want a shorter one. Let me look real quick. Yeah, I want the shorter one. Sorry about that. And when I'm gluing this down, I'm making sure that I only go on the bottom edge. So you're going to lift this up a little bit and put it right down under there so that you can see in the background the other color, see? So you can see the color of the other waves. So you're going to keep going up. So then I did another color, and then I started putting it on the back, and there was a reason for this. Because now I'm making the waves a little bit taller, and I don't want the glue to show through. So now I'm putting it down. And when I get ready to place my boats, I want to have that space there. So I need to save those three for the bottom. The rest goes in this. So now I think I will go with, actually maybe I'll take that one. Then I'll go with this one. And it doesn't matter what the bottom looks like because you're tucking it all in. So it's okay. So when I cut it to conserve paper, I cut it a certain way on purpose. So there. So notice how it's starting to get built up, my little ocean. So in the last one, I did it in dark. So put the glue on there. And put it on just like that. Okay. Now everything's glued down. Turn it over and trim off your little pieces that you don't need. Once you have everything cut, it goes really fast. And I thought that it's best if I cut it to make everything go faster than if I do it online, because it would take this video would be an hour. So that part's done. So now I'm going to grab this piece, which would be this part right here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make my waves. So I'm going to start with a darker. But I've got a problem here. It's not straight. I need it straight across so it looks nice. So I'm going to grab my cutter and make sure it's nice and straight. Just line it up just like that. So I want a nice straight line because that's the one that's going to show on the bottom. Okay, so I have a straight line now. Okay. So I'm going to start with this one this time and line this one up so that I know right where to go. So I'm going to kind of fit it in there about like this. Actually, turn it over to like that side better. And so you know it's going to go like that. So what I would do is flip it over, because you got an idea now. And you're going to put a little bit of glue on this side. Okay. Now you're going to look at it through here and line it up so no glue showing. And put it on there just like that. Okay? See? Then the last one, you're going to put your glue on here. And put it up so it looks like that. Okay? And I have some cute little waves. So now I'm going to attach my waves on here just like this, and then trim off the sides like I did before. So put your glue on there. And this bottom one that's nice and straight, that will tell you where to go. So line it up so there's no white showing. And the liquid glue helps to make it move real easy for you. So get it all lined up perfect. Press it down really good. Okay, and then take my scissors or my snips, whichever you have, and put it up against the edge there. Let's do this side first. And trim it off. And I could do this side on this side. Okay. So now we have those two things. Oh, and I don't like this, so I will just trim that off so it looks neat and tidy. Just kind of round it around, okay? So now we're ready to glue these pieces down. So, like I said, we're going to do it like that. Oh, yeah, let's stamp. Let's put our boats on first. I'm so sorry. So now, remember we took 2 pieces of black paper and we die cut them together, and I glued them before I did this. So I want to make that part thicker. So, because normally I just do 1 and I pop it up and it's okay. So I put my glue all over here, all the way up to the top, grab my boat. I already pre-put these together. See, it's two pieces like that. And I line this up so it matches up, even the top part here. Put those guys together and glue it together, and it looks pretty good. So let's put this boat down first. So we're going to put a little bit of glue here. And I know that I want it, see, the reason I took and I did not put glue at the top of those waves, see how it fits right in there? Like it belongs in that, right back behind that wave. Okay? So I'm going to grab my other boat. I had it here a second ago. There it is. The third one right there. And I'm going to put some glue behind that. And I've already put the black one on here to make it thicker. Okay. I think I'm going to put this one way back here because he's further away. And put it in that wave. Let's get it tucked in the wave. Come on. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to change it up because it is smaller. Maybe I'll stick it right here. Yes, I like him better there. Why not change it up, right? Which I fiddle around with it so much my glue dried. So now I have to put some more glue back there. Not a big deal. There we go. Hold it down. So our sailboats are in. I'm going to get my bird, my Secret Sea ink. I'll stamp the birds up here. One about right there. One there. Maybe one there. Okay. When you're done with that, baby wipes. I'm going to close that up because that could be a disaster. Okay. Next thing you're going to do is you have your clouds here. You're going to get a scrap piece of paper, which would be right over here. Let me get over here real quick. And you're going to get your clouds and your inking brush and your cloud cover ink. And I think this is one of the new ink colors. I cannot remember, but I think that is. So we're going to grab it and dip it. You're going to go off and then on. Just go around the edges a little bit. Doesn't require a lot. Just do the bottom, maybe a little up the side. See the difference? It's like a little bit of color. You don't want too much. You want just a little bit. You're going to go over here and do the same thing with this one. So you're done with the clouds. Very simple and easy. Close up our ink. And I'll grab my glue. And I think I'll put the cloud about right here. Okay. And put the other cloud on. And I think I'm going to put a little bit lower, but I'm going to take it off the card some. So it looks like that. Okay? And I'm going to cut off the extra. I felt like if I put the whole cloud on there, it's just would be too much, but I wanted 2 clouds on there. Next thing, you're going to get your Wink of Stella. This is not Wink of Stella, I'm sorry. And you're going to color. Oh, looks like I got a little bit of glue there. Let me get my magic eraser, I call it. And you could take that off. See how it just rubs off with that little magic eraser? I got a little bit of glue on my finger and it stuck to it. So we took care of it. So now I will grab my Wink of Stella, which this isn't though, but it's the same thing. And see how it makes it shiny? Hopefully you can see that. So the clouds look really pretty and shiny, and that's kind of your embellishment along with the birds. So you want to cover it up really nice, make it look good. Okay, looks good. And you can even do the sailboat if you want a little bit, so they stand out. Put a little bit on that one. Do this one a little bit just for fun. Sometimes I like to just kind of do that. So there you go. That part's done. Okay. So now we are going to stamp back that part. So remember, that's a folded down. We don't want to get near that. Let me close my glue up because it'll dry out. Oh, and this is my refill bottle. My last video, I put a video up showing that Lori gave me a bottle of glue. And what I do is I take the lid off and I refill it over and over. And I just put some more glue in there. So it's all refilled and ready to keep going now. So this is the one. It has a fine tip. That's why I like this particular one. So now you're going to grab your boho blue ink and your little wave. Okay. And you're going to stamp it right across there, holding it down so it doesn't. Do a couple of them. Call that done. And you'll grab your envelope. Got it right here. Here it is. Since you have that stamp out, now let's do that too. That way it's done. And I got ink there. Let me get my paper light. Okay. Then I'll grab. Good, didn't happen this time. Do some water over here. Okay. Clean up my stamp. I think I got something right there, so I'm going to just clean it up just to be safe. So there's part of the envelope. Now we're going to grab our sailboat. And because we're just going to stamp off and stamp on. So it's a lighter one, lighter than the water. So the envelope is done. And we're going to put our sailboat over here on this one. Okay, so now that's taken care of. There's my wipey. Okay, so now you have everything done and decorated. Move that ink out of the way. Now you're ready to put it together, the final thing. Okay. Oh, I did put a sailboat there. If you wanted to, that was only supposed to be, you can put this on here. It's really up to you. So now, you're going to bring this back in. And this is where the really cool magic is. You want to take your bone folder, make sure it's down really good. You want to get that all folded down really good, okay? You will then take and get your glue, and you're going to put glue right here, this little fold. And you will open that up and stick it right there. Get it centered. Close it up. Make sure it's nice and centered. And see how the little blue shows in the back? Hold it down. Has a nice little border around each side. Okay. Then you're going to take this side. Put some glue right there. You're going to match up these two little ends. Get it nice and close to the bottom and even. So look at your sides. You're going to close it up to make sure it's perfect. And then hold it down and just kind of rub it. Give it a nice little back rub. Make sure. I just like to hold it there for a few seconds. This glue dries very fast. And look, you have your card. Fun, easy. Once you know what to do, hopefully you'll want to make this card, especially with the cell books. Look, you have your ocean. Look how sparkly it is. You have your ocean going on here, and this doesn't have to be all the way because you never really look at it. You have a place for your friends to write their message, or you can write a message to someone. That's a beautiful card. I love it. And I love the die cuts that came in this bundle. It's just an amazing bundle. So remember, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you'd like to get this bundle, you've seen, this is my 5th video, so you've seen 5 of them already. I might have one more, I'm not sure, to go. But this is really a cool bundle, and I love it. Think about it. Look up Allison Clark in Nocona, Texas, when you go on the Stampin' Up! Website, and you could be the proud owner of Sunrise Sailing. Thank you for watching. Have a great evening. Bye.